territory.
And the number 62 is the one that comes out of the bottom of the pile with the ball. He doesn't appear to be on the roster right now, so we're going to have to see if we can get that to you later. But the big story is Metro Christian's ball and a very, very close to red zone.
Yeah, the gift that the Savages were given gets taken right away by the Patriots. And Asher Link rolling to his left. They're going to go to the air. He finds a wide open receiver, just bounces in and out of the hands of Junior Simpson. Simpson had it and lost it. That's a tough ball backpedaling there.
Yeah, and Simpson's not a little guy. He really overshot him there.
Simpson comes in at 6'1", 175 pounds.
Looks a little bigger than 6'1" from my point of view. Maybe a summer
could
growth
have
spurt.
fudged the numbers a little bit. Most of the time you go the other way, though, when you're fudging the numbers, right?
That's very true. I remember going into my coach's office, and I was like, Coach, come on now, put me a 6'1". Put me a 6'1".
There is no 5 foot anything in this frame, right? I could never pull that off. I don't know why. They run a bubble screen play. Great job that time by Aiden Curvan to stay on his feet, bounces off 2 tackles in the backfield, and was able to turn what would have been a loss into positive yards.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, if they're going to continue doing these screen passes, these outside receivers are going to have to put their hands on somebody and help their fellow receiver out and get a block.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. We got a good one here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Metro Christian 7, the Broken Bow Savages 2. And you're watching the Bravado, game of the week here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
You are called to be bold, to live out loud, to make the most out of every moment. You share these moments with your friends and family, side by side, across town and across the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection, coverage, speed, service, the latest technology. These aren't options. They're not special offers. They are obligations to you. We believe in building a community, your community. Bravado Wireless.
We're back. Metro Christian taking a shot to the end zone. That time it was Junior Simpson, the intended receiver. It falls short.
Well overthrown.
Brings up 4th down. I can guarantee you that Link and the Metro Christian offense is going to stay on the game, or in the game. You're watching the Bravado game of the week. 4th down and 6 to go. We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Seth Campbell alongside Dion Amade. Got a good one going so far between 2A Metro Christian and 4A Broken Bow. Play clock winding down, and that's going to force Metro to call a timeout on 4th down. We'll take this timeout to tell you that Bravado Wireless is your home source for all of your wireless needs. With unlimited talk, text, and data for as low as $40 a month. For a limited qualifying offer, customers can receive a free Samsung S10e by making the switch to your hometown carrier. Restrictions apply. Please see store for details. Big shout out to our guys at Bravado. We're going to be traveling all around Eastern Oklahoma this football season, bringing you the best action. And it's only week 0, Dion, and we've already got 2 games.
Yeah, man, we're going to be covering everything and anything for you, so y'all stay tuned. And just a second there, I was looking at the stands, all of a sudden you saw all these dads stand up with their camera phones and start taking pictures and everything. I was like, what am I missing over there? Is there's like a great viewer and eclipse happening? And then I saw the young cheerleaders or side by side with the varsity cheerleaders, and all the dads were taking pictures of their young daughters cheering alongside the varsity cheers. What a nice little scene. But Kodak moment.
Kodak moment indeed. Here at Metro Christian. Asher Link gets a snap, pressured as he rolls out to his right. He's thinking about taking it himself. Now he's just going to throw it away, and he throws an interception. That time C.J. Whitfield gets it, and he's holding it like a loaf of bread. Thankfully, he keeps it. Brought down, and turnovers are, the key to the game so far, Dion.
Yeah, that was just an ill-advised pass by Link there. Yeah, he's rolling out, does a good job of eluding the pressure. As soon as he doesn't see anything right here, he should just throw the ball away, because this guy that he's passing the ball to, it looks like Blaze over there, he's truly covered up, and it's a good interception by C.J. Whitfield, able to catch the ball and bring his offense onto the field.
Link trying to force things. He really hadn't gotten the offense going, up to his standards by any stretch of the imagination. He's yet to get in the end zone, either passing or running. Touchdown was a rush for Metro. This time Broken Bow's going to run it right up the middle, and that time you saw the offensive line get a great push, and J.R. Crane wasn't touched until well beyond the line of scrimmage. Bryce Allman on the tackle. We're under 11 and a half minutes here at Patriots Stadium on the campus of Metro Christian. Lovely city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sun setting, lights are coming on, and we've got high school football in week 0 in Oklahoma. Brian Garrett changing the play as he's under center. Ball on the ground, it looks to be recovered by the center, Lucas Badiest.
And right there, the quarterback never even had a chance to get a hold of it. He was kind of standing up in disbelief that he didn't even touch the ball, it seems like, the way he was acting.
You can definitely tell that it is the first game of the week, Dion. Through penalties and through turnovers, the first 2 games that we've seen, teams just haven't really been able to get into any kind of flow.
Definitely.
Garrett under center once again. The give is to Crane. Crane hit by the linebacker that time. It looked like it was Aiden Caravan. Caravan actually came up from his safety position.
And it just seems like that the running back Crane can't get past that second level there. The defensive line is doing a good job of eating up the blockers and allowing the linebackers to come in free, and they're just tagging them.
At some point, do you have to try something different, Dion? And, they haven't really thrown the ball today.
At some point, you're going to have to do something, because right now, just they're loading the box, and they're not allowing them to get out of their sights.
Carson Calloway calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 44-yard line. Patriots once again in plus territory. They've had some problems punching it in. They're able to take advantage of one turnover as Bryce Allman had a 5-yard rush into the end zone. But besides that, it's been a good job by the experienced Broken Bow defense to really keep Metro out of the end zone. Two wide receivers to either side of your screen as Link drops back. This time he's able to stay in the pocket, but that comes with consequences. Luis Silva able to bring Link down, and Metro's going backwards.
Yeah, and take a look at this replay right here. It seems like Luis Silva does a good job defeating the offensive line. The back tries to come up and help, but he does a good job of avoiding him as well and then getting back there and forcing the sack.
Silva just fighting through both, as you said, the left tackle and the running back. Metro going to spread Broken Bow out. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 2 to the far. Link all by himself, pumps fakes, and Has to juke one tackler and two, and there he goes. He's got speed, and he could be gone.
What just happened? Where did that speed come from?
He broke away from the safety.
That was a very nice run from the state's leading passer last year, as he just had nobody in that on the second level, and then once he got to the third, he just outran everybody. Take a look at the replay, just running away from the pack. Pick him up and put him down, Mr. Link.
Maybe that's why he's listed as an athlete, Dion, because he just doesn't pass. He can also get away with his feet.
Yeah, I think we answered that question.
Yeah.
That question has been answered.
He's already got an offer from Air Force. He's also getting looks at from North Texas, Iowa State's looking at him as well, as the extra point is up and through. And Metro extends their lead to 14-2.
We should call that play more often, Coach.
Broken Bow had been getting pressure on Link all night, and it just looked like that time they got too far up the field, and Link was able to beat him.
And look at this. It just seemed like the offensive line had a bad snap, and everybody was in the backfield. So when he got past that first level of defenders, he was like, I'm just going to take this one myself. And he got to that second level. There was nobody there. By the time he got to the third, he was already built up so much momentum and a full head of steam that he just ran away from everybody.
Yeah, he had the angle, too, as well. The safety was on the other side of the field. He had the angle once he got to the third level. But you could tell that Broken Bow had been doing such a good job of keeping him hemmed in, making him feel pressure. And then all of a sudden, he was able to step up in the pocket, and then there was nobody there. The second level, third level, there was a lot of green grass.
And it's funny because an offense that primarily passes the football, and we've seen them do it throughout the game so far, they have no passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Hey, you got to do what's working that time, as Asher Link with the over 50-yard jaunt into the end zone gives Metro the 14-2 lead. Got to feel like right here, all the momentum is in Metro's favor. If Broken Bow can just get something to go their way. As this kick, it goes all the way away from C.J. Whitfield. He picks it up on a bounce, going the wrong way as he makes a man miss. And he'll be brought out of bounds. And once again, even that kickoff felt like all the momentum was going Metro's way there.
Yeah, and I was just about to say he maybe should have let that ball roll into the end zone and got a better field position. It looks like somebody hit C.J. Whitfield out of bounds, and they might get some more yards tacked on to that run.
We'll take a look right now at our head referee, Randy Jeffers, as he's giving us the call. Yeah, that's what he's going to say. Late hit out of bounds, and that'll move the ball up to the 30-yard line of Metro. And that's manageable field position for the Savages. 14-2 the score, 8:42 left. Second quarter. Metro with 2 rushing touchdowns. Broken Bow's got a safety. That's how they got on the board. Oh, in and out of the hands.
It seemed like 2 Metro Christian players had an opportunity at an interception right there. Look, there's a stacked twins formation over here to your left. A quick slant, and your man Callaway does a good job of jumping it, almost getting the interception himself, and it gets tipped, and Gibson has a shot at it. And it looks like he's trying to run before he actually caught the ball, and it causes him to lose concentration and drop it.
He saw the promised land in front of him, Dion. He's a defensive back. He saw nothing but end zone, and his eyes got just a little too big.
And he doesn't know. Nothing's promised in this game of football.
The promised land exactly isn't promised, as the running back J.R. Crane bounces off of a few would-be tacklers, but the ball is loose.
Let's see who jumped back on it.
This would be a disaster if you're Broken Bow. Metro thinks they have it. And they do! Metro comes up with another turnover, and Broken Bow's just shooting themselves in the foot.
Take a look at the run, though. Crane, and very dazzling run, breaking tackles and jaunting up the sideline. And then as he executes the spin move, somebody comes and strips the ball out. And luckily enough for Metro Christian, they jump on it.
It's always a scrum. That's just the goal of the defense, to get the ball on the ground, and then whatever happens, happens. And Metro has been able to jump on almost every single loose ball today. But if you're Broken Bow and their head coach, Glennis Ring, you've just had too many mistakes.
Too many mistakes is exactly what's happening, especially the turnovers.
We got a flag on the play. I believe it's going to be an illegal formation, or offsides is what they get the call. It looked like the wide receiver on the play, Carson Callaway, he wasn't set when they snapped the ball, and he was actually moving towards the line of scrimmage. .8:17 left to go in the first half. 14-7 the score. Play clock has not yet started. Now it will on the official's whistle. After a timeout, it goes to the 25-second and waits for the official's whistle. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 2 to the far. Empty formation for Link. Drops back, a lot of people in the backfield, and they set up the screen perfectly. Callaway gets in, he's got room. Makes one man miss. And there he goes, nothing but green grass for Callaway. And he's gonna not stop. Run all the way around the track, young man, you deserve it.
What a play. Excellent screen setup by the offense. It took maybe a little too long for my comfort, but still a good job. And once Callaway saw the open lane, he hit it 1,000 miles an hour.
Got to give credit to the entire offensive line, including center Bryson Wolf and the right side, and Kyle Aragon and Caleb Connor able to get up the field, block the guys on the second level, and then Callaway just showcasing his speed.
Yeah, he took off on him. He certainly took off on him. Look at this once again, just so much room. And then good job by the offensive line getting up the field, putting a block on the safety, and Callaway does the rest.
Callaway finds the way and puts Metro up 20-2, pending extra point. We do have a player down on the field. It was an over a 50-yard run by Callaway, and it seems like Metro is starting to get a little bit of momentum, but even that, they're starting to get some rhythm in their offense, Dion.
And that's very important, especially for an offense that operates the way they do. Getting a rhythm, getting some completions, and piling them together is very important for your team.
And a team that was only giving up about 8 points a game last year, had 6 shutouts, has already given up 20 to 2A Metro Christian so far today. And we still got 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Looks like they're tending to an injured player on the field right now. He seems to be on his feet. And
CJ Whitfield, he's going to walk off on his own power. No, like we said, we don't speculate. Could be cramps, could be something else. But Whitfield is somebody that, well, the Savages, they don't need to lose.
Nah, not at all. He's been doing all their returning duties and already has an interception in this game. So it's a cornerback on the defense. He can't be missed.
As you get another look at the touchdown run by Callaway. Everybody's set now. Asher Link is going to be the holder. The extra point is up. It's got plenty of distance. Splits the uprights. And the 21-2 lead belongs to Metro Christian. 8:04 left in the second quarter. And Metro, a team that you don't want to find any rhythm, has scored on their last 2 drives.
Yeah, and they've done it in a quick spurt, big X plays, big explosive plays, a very very surprising run from the quarterback there, Mr. Link, and then Callaway on that nice screen pass that we just saw takes it all the way into the end zone for the Metro Christian Pirates touchdown.
Well, Dion, there's big news at Bravado Wireless. Bravado's $69.99 unlimited internet is now available in every market. That means that our fans in Hugo, Idabel, Valiant, and Antlers can string Bravado TV to their heart's desire. Are you interested in unleashing the power of unlimited internet? Call your local store at 866-500-8488. It looks like there may have been a penalty as well that'll be assessed on the kickoff. And this one should sail into the end zone, as the kicker, Augustin Rubio, has put him pretty close to the end zone so far. See if he chooses to do that, or maybe they try and opt to see if they can pin him deep. Rubio blasts this one. He's going to take the opportunity to show off his leg. He puts it out of the end zone. That ball will be spotted on the 20 of the Patriots, and Broken Bow has got to just find something that they can build off of to get some momentum going back their way.
Yeah, that kick almost went up through the uprights there. Did you see that?
That's impressive by Rubio.
But yeah, right now this offense does have to do exactly that. Find something that they're doing successful and go to it. They have to string together a drive and try to make this a ball game as they go into halftime.
That's something, though, is hard to find, Dion. They've tried under center. Metro's been able to stack the box. So when Metro stacks the box, it forces Broken Bow to try and throw it. And the passes haven't been great. Brian Garrett only threw one INT last year, but he only had 50 pass attempts. So it's not a pass-heavy offense like Metro Christian. There's a penalty on the play.
Yeah,
it's a delay of game.
Allowing the play clock to run down once again.
The delay of game backs it up 5, and once again, Broken Bow, and just shooting themselves in the foot. 3 wide receivers out wide as Garrett pumps once. There's a little stiff arm, almost a Ben Roethlisberger type stiff arm there to stay up. He does throw it into the feet of the intended receivers, bring up 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, he hesitated on hitting his check down there, that little screen pass out to the outside. He needed to hit it sooner. I mean, there was no chance for him to be able to have any time to look down the field. A good job by Metro Christian in applying the pressure there.
On the campus of Metro Christian here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 21-2 advantage for the Metro Christian Patriots. Broken Bow going to go spread once again. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Garrett keeps this one on an option read. He'll pick up maybe 1, and it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
And it looked like there was a hole there for a second, and it closed rather quickly on Garrett.
Just trying to show Metro something different. You know,
and you can see that with the formation. They're going 3 receivers wide. There's a trip formation over here to your right. Single receiver over here to the left. Trying to get them outside the box and allow them to run a little bit.
The key for Garrett here is going to be if he has time. The last time he tried to throw as he splits back out wide, he was pressured. The screen under route is successful. It's a gain of 5 to 6 yards for Broken Bow. That's what you like to see. Unfortunately, it was 3rd down and about 15. That's something, though, if you're Broken Bow, that is something that you can see and something that you ran well, which there haven't been very many of those plays today.
They executed a pass play, went for positive yardage. Maybe if there's a couple of more blocks, they pick up the 1st down, but something positive that you can look at there.
Callaway, who ran away from everybody last time, is back deep to field the punt. He's just going to get a fair catch on this one. Falls to his knees. A dangerous play there, but he's able to haul it in. Your time at Oklahoma State, Dion, did you ever do any punt return, kickoff return?
No, I did not.
You didn't want to be that guy?
Nah. I try to stay away from dangerous activities and sitting there by yourself waiting for a ball to come down and as 200-pound men run at you, not my cup of tea.
I understand. Play clock running under 20 seconds. It's a dangerous position back there. Everybody's running full speed at you. Link gets the snap. He's going to loft this one deep. Too deep. Intended receiver that time, Derek Sanderson.
At that moment right there, especially with the pressure barreling down on Link, maybe I start to think that he was just throwing that ball away at that moment. There was a receiver in the area, so
that's not a bad pass if you're Link. As you said, you had pressure right in his face, gets it away. Nobody really could catch it. He tried to get it to where only his receiver could. Falls innocently to the ground and brings up 2nd down and 10. 6:29 left in the first half. Link drops back, almost the same play. Intended receiver, Blaze Munoz, and he makes the catch as he steps out of bounds around the 21-yard line. Almost the exact same play. Link lofts it up to Munoz, and he's able to come down with it.
Take a look at this replay, because this is a beautiful pass and catch by Munoz and Link. Look at that as he just drops it ever so slightly into the breadbasket. And it's a great thing. It was a great play by the quarterback. He did what he had to do. He forced that receiver off his line and put the quarterback into a tough situation of where he had to put the ball. It's just Link put the ball in the perfect place.
Ball
Excellent
on the ground.
Throw.
Ball is loose. Ball is loose as it looks like Broken Bow is going to recover. And once again, both teams, man, Dion, we have seen so many turnovers here in these Week 0 games.
Yeah, in this first half, that's unfortunate right there because they entered a situation where they were almost going in to try and put the ball into the end zone. And right here, you take a look at the replay and see how the turnover takes place. It's just it's a simple zone read handoff, and the running back and the quarterback, a little miscommunication takes place, and Broken Bow takes the field.
Tag Campbell gets his opportunity at the running back position, but another turnover keeps Metro out of the end zone. Both teams plagued with the turnover bug. Broken Bow will give this one up the middle. It is J.R. Crane who rumbles and tumbles ahead for 5, and Broken Bow was in the spread last possession. Now they're back to under center. Back to that 22 personnel, 5:55 left.
Trying to mix it up a little bit, kind of keep this Metro Christian defense off balance.
And if they're going to mix it up, though, Dion, I think they do actually need to mix it up within even the drive. Because they've come out, and when they run 22 personnel, all they've done is run 22 personnel.
And you're exactly right about that. They stick to one formation every drive.
As Alan Chavez jumps off sides.
And that's the thing with moving around formations, the defense has to adjust to that. The players have to move around as well. So instead of having to focus on their alignment every snap, they're not. It's every series is a different alignment. You get set that first play, and you go back to it. You got to mix it up. You got to switch it around. You got to get these guys thinking a little bit more.
False start brings Metro back to 2nd and 9, and another false start, that time by the left tackle. Jackson Baker will move Broken Bow another 5 yards back, but you might as well call him broken back because they've been hurting them themselves.
Yeah, they've been breaking their own backs this first half, and especially this drive.
10 yards of penalties after they had a positive first down game, pardon me. 2nd down and 14 for Broken Bow. The give is the fullback, and he's got room. It takes a host of Metro Christian defenders to bring him down, but a positive gain that time by Jackson Rich. And once again, 3rd down and short. If you didn't have the penalties, it would be a first down, but put that behind you here and just try and pick up the first down. Just keep building off your positive momentum.
And a good news for Broken Bow is C.J. Whitfield enters the game once again.
3rd down and 5, 3 wide receivers out wide. Watch for that tunnel screen that they ran to perfection for 5 yards on 3rd down last time. No tunnel screen this time as they run a route on the left side, and it's in and out of the hands. Great ball that time by Garrett, but C.J. Whitfield couldn't come down with it. And I'll bring up fourth down. It's almost the exact same play as what Metro ran, except for Metro was able to come down with the pass.
Yeah, and it seems like C.J. Whitfield is still a little shaken up there. Throwing the ball towards his direction, the first play he enters the game, isn't something that you like to see all the time. But the quarterback saw that it was open. It was a 50-50 ball. He threw it up. C.J. had it in his hands. He just couldn't come down with it.
Callaway back deep for Metro Christian. He's just going to let this one bounce and roll out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Metro will take possession of the ball. They've scored on their last 2 drives before they fumbled. And I would assume that head coach Jared McCoy and the Patriots, they'll go back to the air.
Yeah, it's been working. It's what they've been doing all of the first half. I wouldn't imagine they stray away from it with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first half.
And I would assume that we are right. 5 wide receivers for Metro. Link drops back, pump fakes. He's got a man in his face. He's going to take off again. He's got space up around the 50, to the 40, to the 30. He could go. Link. Touchdown, Metro. And all of a sudden, what was a close game has been blown wide open.
Where'd this speed come from? Why didn't I hear about this before the game? This guy, if he gets in the open field, just say goodbye and say goodnight. Look at the room that he has. Everybody doing a good job downfield, putting a hand on a defender and getting some blocks. But if you think you're going to catch him from behind, you're kidding yourself. Touchdown, Metro Christian.
27-2, pending the extra point. The Patriots could find themselves up 26 points. Kick splits the uprights once again, and Metro pounding their way. I guess I shouldn't say pounding. It's all been on the back of Asher Link, really, and his scrambling ability.
It truly has. I mean, other than a screen pass for a touchdown by Callaway, it's all Mr. Asher Link doing it by himself. And they're not designed to run quarterback runs either. They're scramble plays, plays where the pocket collapses on him. He steps up and sees nothing but green grass, and he go ahead and says, forget it, I'll take it myself.
All right, Dion, so if you're Broken Bow, you've been burned by the quarterback scramble twice. How do you adjust?
You spy him. It's simple as that. You have yourself in a situation where you're doing a good job defensively other than stopping the rushing attack from the quarterback. So you put an individual defender on him, especially on passing down, and you allow him to spy the quarterback and follow him side for side and stay close to the line, because if he gets ahead of steam, you ain't catching him.
There is some give and take to spy, because if you do put somebody to spy on the quarterback, that's one man less either rushing or one man less in coverage.
Yeah, and it kind of forces you to play man-to-man defense, and that's something we haven't seen Broken Bow do a lot of.
The kick is deep and will go into the end zone. Man, we've seen a show and a clinic from Augustin Rubio on kickoffs. He's done a very nice job. And Broken Bow will take possession on their 20-yard line. I'll tell you, this game is brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Bravado is your home source for all of your wireless needs. With unlimited talk, text, and data for as low as $40 a month. For a limited qualifying offer, customers can receive a free, that's right, I said free, Samsung S10e by making the switch to your hometown carrier. Get in contact with your Bravado Wireless dealer to make the switch. 3:47 left, second quarter. Garrett looked like he faked for a second to give, but he does give it to J.R. Crane, who's brought down in the backfield. And man, oh man, the Savages are going backwards.
Take a look at this replay right here. As you can see, Garrett trying to execute that zone read. He hands it off to Crane, and just a great pursuit by this Metro Christian Pirates defense.
Simpson was
Excuse
there.
me, it's not Pirates, Patriots.
Simpson was there to make the tackle, but there was 2 other Patriots hemmed in all around Crane. He had nowhere to go. Garrett back deep, Crane beside him to the left, 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field as he sends another one over that way. Drop back, pressures, rolls to his left. He's going to tuck it and run. A minimal gain for Garrett, and whenever Garrett has decided that he wants to drop back, he just hasn't had time to find any receivers.
And it's so unfortunate because it's simple enough where this defense isn't doing that great of a job, especially on those shifts and motions and in trips formation. Just then you saw C.J. Whitfield motion over. The safety didn't cheat over with them in this zone coverage. So they had an opportunity to find a disadvantage on this side of the field, but he had no time to even let the routes develop.
It almost seems like Metro says, okay, yeah, we see that you're shifting. We see that you're trying to do whatever that you are doing, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to adjust to you. You need to adjust to us.
Exactly. And with the pressure that they're applying, they're having a hard time adjusting.
3rd down and 15 for Broken Bow. Waiting on the play clock to run as it starts now. Brian Garrett in the gun. The give is to Crane, and he does have space along the outside. A great job of pursuit by the Metro Christian defense. And, you know, I've said this multiple times tonight, Dion, but he's brought down by a host of Metro Christian defenders.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of gang tackling, and everybody's getting to the football. You saw right there, Crane trying to get to the outside. They got it contained properly. He puts his foot in the ground, tries to cut it back up, and all the help is just flowing, and they get him.
You got to credit head coach Jared McCoy. He was talking to us, and Metro is a small school. They're playing in the 2A. They don't have just a ton of players, but he said, we're going to try, as this kick sails out of bounds, so we're going to try and let guys only play one way. He said, we have more talented guys that could play. He said, so we're not going to field our best offensive line, so to speak. We're not going to field our best defensive line. If we fielded our best on both sides, guys will be playing both ways. He said, but you just only have so much in your tank, and we feel like we can get the most out of our guys if we only let them play one way.
And some high school coaches have that philosophy, and some have the, hey, the best player will play. But especially this time of the year, early in the season, especially when your guys' conditioning level isn't up to par, especially where it's going to be in the middle of the season, I think it's a good idea to only allow them to play one way for the time being.
Metro Christian in plus territory here. Ball on the 28-yard line. Link drops back, and this is another screenplay. That time, great effort by the Broken Bow defensive line to knock that one down, or else that could have been another touchdown.
Yeah, definitely. They set it up really nicely, and it looked like he was going to Junior Simpson over there on the outside. Just couldn't reach his hands.
Simpson was open, and it looked like Broken Bow was bringing 4 fast right at Link. He just, as you said, couldn't get it out. Brings up 2nd down and 10. 5 wide receivers for the Patriots. Link looks left, throws into the middle of the field, and it looks like he almost, he didn't see the defender is what it looked like from up here. Nice pass break up that time by Titan Hobson from Broken Bow, but it looked like Link didn't even see Hobson in coverage.
Yeah, and it looked like Levy, the intended receiver, number 3, didn't even look for the pass. It seemed like it was a quick slant, and he got around the defender and looked up to see who was in front of him and didn't see the ball coming in his direction.
And you could definitely tell Link wanted to get that ball out quick. He only took a 1-step drop and then was trying to fire it. He pump faked once. 3rd down and 10, high snap. Link fakes it, he's gonna take off himself. He's got the edge. Let's see if he can get the 1st down. It'll be close, but I think he is brought up a yard or 2 short. You got your quarterback taking some licks out there on the outside, Dion.
Yeah, and although he has 2 touchdowns for rushing the football, this is the first design quarterback run, pump fake the screen over here to the right side and then taking off to the left. He had some room to run, but a good job by the cornerback for Broken Bow coming up and making the tackle before he reaches the first down marker.
That'll bring up 4th down and 4 for Metro. They try a hard count. Nobody jumps, so now they look to the sideline. 8 seconds left on the play clock, and that'll force Jared McCoy to call a timeout. You can't take them into halftime, so you might as well use them, Dion.
Yeah, use them if you got them.
Metro will, 1:31 left in the first half, and this game started out slow. It was 7-2 in favor of Metro, but Asher Link took things into his own hands, and on 2 scrambles, not designed runs, of over 50 yards, he's able to take it into the end zone.
Yeah, and he's been the difference in this ball game right now. Just his legs and his athletic ability and his vision to see that he had an opportunity to pick up some yards, and those yards turned into touchdowns.
Pardon me, I said 2. Yeah, he does have 2, that's right. Also a screenplay that has also been able to put into the end zone, and Metro's got that 28-2 lead. The only points on the board for Broken Bow is that Clay Sanders' safety was able to bring down Link in the end zone. Link gets some final coaching from McCoy and his offensive coordinators. Trips out right. Link looks that way, and he's going end zone. He's got a man in Callaway open, dives, comes up just short, knocking over the pylon in the process. But gutsy move there by Metro to go for the touchdown. And Callaway comes up just short. Take a look at the replay right here.
And you're going to see Link was under pressure right there. He held on to the ball to the last possible minute. And there was a safety out there and had an angle, but Callaway had a chance to bring it in, but it was just out of his reach. He almost made a spectacular diving grab there.
Titan Hobson was in coverage for Broken Bow. The incomplete pass will give the Savages the ball on the 22-yard line. Screenplay this time is complete. Out to Caden Hobson. Hobson is hit hard, but that's a positive yards on first down. Now, if you're Broken Bow, you've had this before, you can't shoot yourself in the foot here with a penalty.
Man, that was a nice solid hit by Aiden Caravan there. Take a look at it again. He comes downhill, and it's a nice little.
Got some pop.
Nice little pop on him.
Play clock under 13 seconds as Garrett finally gets to playing. Tells his offensive line at 5 now. Gets the snap, and it's a designed run for Garrett, and he's going to be hitting the backfield. Once again, 3 Metro Christian defenders combine on the tackle.
Yeah, and that high snap kind of messed up the timing of the play there.
They say that Garrett was able to fall forward back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 5. And 3rd down in short situations, Broken Bow has gone with the run, and they've also gone with the screen pass here. What do you see them doing, Dion?
Well, look at the time that you have. There's no time left on the clock, and I think they're going to just take this one into halftime.
Yeah, they had an opportunity. They decided to just run it out. And that is an entertaining first half here on the Bravado Wireless Game of the Week in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Metro Christian, led by their fearless quarterback, Asher Link, have a 28-2 lead. We'll be right back here after some commercial breaks. But you're watching the Game of the Week brought to you by Bravado Wireless.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
and Reagan Commons. Drum major for the Savage Pride is America Mendoza. Assistant drum majors are Chabeli Mendoza and Chelsea Maxwell. The Savage Pride will be performing movements 1 and 2 of their 2019 field competition show, Uprising. Song selections include Welcome to the Black Parade and Night to Stone. Featured performers are Tara Hanna, Chabeli Mendoza, Mason Radlin, Ryan Mitchell, Lonnie Spradling, Trey Smith, Mackenzie Dansby, and Madison Rollins. Presenting their field show, Uprising, America Mendoza and the Savage Pride Marching Band.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Centers have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we join forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Welcome back to the Bravado game of the week. We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the Metro Christian Patriots are all over the Broken Bow Savages right now. As you look at your screen, Dion, I mean, multiple things stand out to you, but the rushing yards, which is not necessarily something Metro is known for, are leading the team.
Yeah, and if after you did your homework and after we studied up for this game, if I would have told you that Metro Christian would have more rushing yards than they do passing, I would have told you you're lying to me. Stop, get out of my face.
Right.
It's impressive what they've done. And most of those aren't on designed runs. They are situations where the quarterback, Mr. Link, has just found a situation where he's got into a groove, got in the pocket, stepped up, didn't see anything, and then the pocket started to collapse on it. He just created with his own feet as you take a look at some of the highlights of the first half. I mean, and then on the other side of things, it's been the case of the turnovers.
Right.
Turnovers has been the big change and the big difference in this game. A number of turnovers, not just for Broken Bow, but also for Metro Christian. But Metro Christian has capitalized on those turnovers, and Broken Bow has not.
As you see Link showcasing his athletic ability right there. He's got offers. He's got an offer from Air Force, and he's got looks from multiple schools, including North Texas and Iowa State. You can see why. He's quick when he gets out into space. He may not have the strongest arm, but, man, when he gets all alone, he can run away from people.
Yeah, and we saw it in that first half. It's impressive. It's surprising. I wasn't aware of it. We've all this time in the pregame, especially, we've been talking about him being the leading passer in 11-man football in the state of Oklahoma, and out of nowhere, he looks like the leading rusher of 11-man football in Oklahoma.
As you see, one of the turnovers right there. Great job of just putting helmet on the football.
Yeah, exactly how they coach it up. Put a hat on the ball and watch it pop up and fly.
And then you give it to this man, Mr. Asher Link, and let him do the rest.
Yeah, displaying the speed. They're just impressive. Look at him right here. It seems like the pocket's collapsing on him. He tucks the ball and he goes upfield, makes a couple of guys miss, and the high knees all the way into the end zone has the crowd going wild.
And talk about the second level for Broken Bow, and it's not necessarily that they're doing a bad job, but they've put so much emphasis on stopping Metro at the line of scrimmage that if Metro can get into that second and third level, it's just been disastrous for Broken Bow.
Yeah, and they've loaded the box on them tremendously. And it's just unfortunate that they haven't been able to, you know, there you see it. Like Metro Christian is loading the box and stopping them on defense, and they got to find an answer for that in the second half.
Broken Bow has been able to get a little bit of momentum going through changing up their looks. They'll be under center in the 22 personnel one time. Then next they'll switch it up to spread. What would you like to see from the offense from Broken Bow in this second half?
Throw the ball around, change up the formations throughout the drive. Do some things that you didn't do in the first half. Open up the playbook a little bit. I know you like to run the football, but hey, if it's not working, you got to do something new. I mean, try the other side of the field, try some quick screen passes, get your offense in a groove, and allow Metro Christian to have to change up some of their play calling on defense as well.
Second touchdown for Asher Link right here. He puts the ball down, and he can make a man miss with the stiff arm, and well, you're just not going to catch him from behind.
No, not indeed. He ran away from everybody on that play. And you can take a look at this nice little toss to Callaway, but it was a nice pass, but it's just outside of the outstretched arms of Callaway.
Well, those were your second half highlights brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Bravado Wireless going to be bringing you games of the week all throughout the high school football season. We're only in week 0, Dion. Got a lot of high school football ahead of us, so make sure that you tune in every Friday night for the Bravado game of the week.
Looks like that choo-choo train is starting to get to going. That locomotive is revving up. Let's see what kind of energy they're coming out with out of halftime.
Metro Christian won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Broken Bow will be kicking away to them. Jose Olvera set to kick this one away, and the second half is underway here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Nice kick by Olvera. It goes through the end zone. That'll set Metro Christian up at the 20. And on the flip side, Metro has done a lot with their running game. 3 touchdowns on the rush, but they really haven't gotten the passing game going.
Nah, not really. It's been surprising that that's something that we've seen, but hopefully they can turn it around here in the second half.
See if maybe even that half of experience can get Metro Christian to some kind of rhythm going forward. Ball set, play clock rolling, and we're just about underway. 2 wide receivers to either side of the formation. Link looks right. And he'll be brought down. That time it looked like it was Jackson Rich was the first man to get there. But that's a sack for Link, and not the one who wanted to start out the half if if you're Metro.
Yeah, nobody puts a hand on him. I don't think they counted it up right in the front on the offensive line, and somebody miscounted and didn't get their man, and he had a free shot at the quarterback there.
First time we've called Rich's name tonight. He comes through with the sack, and Broken Bow is behind the chains on second down. Metro was behind the chains on second down. That does bring up a second down and 20, but for this offense, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. As the play clock is winding down, it's at 3, 2, 1, and they didn't get it away. Took too long, and a negative play turns worse.
And this is not
Metro will go back another 5.
Yeah, it's not how you want to start off the second half. I mean, you take a sack from a miscommunication from the offensive line, and then you can't get the play call in time and can't get set up properly.
Ball on the Metro Christian 5. They got to get all the way out to the 30 for a first down. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 2 to the near. Link going to throw from his end zone. He just hits a short route to get him out of his end zone. Callaway, the receiver on that one, picks up 5, and that'll give Metro some breathing room.
And that's a good idea. Great play call by the coaching staff. Just get a quick one to get your offense going and allow some breathing room.
Does bring up a third down, and we'll call it 21. Play clock still rolling. Metro's yet to call a play. Now they get the sign from the sideline. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They get it away. Link, they set up the screen. Find a man, but he intercepted. I thought it was complete to the running back, but instead it looks like an interception for Broken Bow. And they're going to get great field position and a chance to punch it in for 7. It was Cameron Hopkins able to come through. Clay Sanders able to come up with the pick. And, I mean, that's just right place, right time.
It truly is, because he was being blocked, and he just made a diving attempt at the football. And luckily enough for Broken Bow, he comes away with it in very, very, very favorable field position.
I know there's over 10 minutes left in the third quarter, so there's plenty of time left in the game, but you almost feel like you have to punch this in if you're Broken Bow.
Truly.
Inside the 10-yard line. The give is up the middle to Crane. He'll gain maybe 1, and he'll bring up 2nd down and 6 to pay dirt.
Yeah, you almost have to come away with a touchdown here.
It's 28-2 the score. Metro looking to punch it in. The give is up to the middle to the fullback, and he'll be brought down just at the 1-yard line, close, and brings up 3rd down and very manageable.
They're knocking on the door here. They got to punch this through. You got to take advantage of the opportunities and the gifts that the defense gives you.
All right, 3rd down and 1. You got to believe they have 2 downs here to punch this one in. Garrett under center, watch the sneak. The toss out wide to Crane, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. Not wrapped up, though, but now a host of Metro Christian defenders get there, and that just seems like a bad play call there, Dion.
And you have seen all night the discipline of Metro Christian and their ability to keep their eyes on the proper assignment, stay outside, keep contained, and they don't get beat. Look at this. Just an excellent play by number 21, Aiden Caravan, just to get outside, defeat the blocker, and force Crane to come back inside. And then they lose like 7 yards.
Brings up 4th down and 8. And what was going to be a 4th down and 1 if they didn't get it. Now Garrett is going to scramble himself. He's got a lane, falls forward into the end zone. No signal yet. Now it is touchdown, Savages. And, man, they capitalized. They tried to mess it up, but the Savages punch it into the end zone, and that makes it 28-8 in favor of Metro.
And take a look at this, because I think he had it's a bootleg pass, and he has an open player downfield, but he decides, no, I got this. I'm going to take it on my own, puts his head down, and almost a John Elway-esque touchdown run.
That's when the size of Garrett with his bigger frame and being able to fall forward comes into play there if you're Broken Bow.
Yeah, he's able to take those punishments. It's almost like another running back out there with Crane in the backfield.
Extra point is up, and it is good. Sneaks in before the right upright. And, hey, Metro looked like they had all the momentum coming out, but Broken Bow responds with an interception, and Broken Bow's able to take advantage, Dion, of an opportunity and punch it in when they had the ball inside their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, an interception inside the red zone, you said it. You have to be able to capitalize on that and take away a touchdown from that. There was no 3 points that was going to be acceptable for this team at that point. They had to go in there and get a touchdown, and that's exactly what they did.
Brian Garrett puts the Broken Bow Savages on the board first for their offense. And that locomotive, as you were talking about, is getting revved up once again. And, hey, that's what Garrett did. I mean, he was a locomotive. He wasn't very quick, but they couldn't stop him.
They could not.
.8:20 left in the third quarter. Broken Bow set to kick this one away. Back deep for Metro, Levi Courier. It looks like Blaze Munoz. The kick is to Courier. He's going to let it go over his head and into the end zone. And hey, nice job of kicking there by Jose Olvera. He's put 2 into the end zone back-to-back.
Got a leg on him.
8:21, and if you're Metro coming out after the turnover last and Broken Bow has gotten on the board, what are you thinking, Dion?
I think you have to get your offense under control there. That drive was not the way. I mean, throughout that drive, there was issues and things that took place that you did not like to see from the start of the second half. So hopefully they put together some quick throws and some easy throws to get them in rhythm.
Twins out to either side. Link looks deep. He's got a man in Callaway's beat his defender, but the throw is just too long, and that's maybe a pass that later in the season you can see those guys hook up on, but just being so early, they haven't had the time and to work on that chemistry.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. Early in the season, the adrenaline rushing throughout the game. Like, the pass is easy to make in practice, but the adrenaline rushing through the game and the lights being brighter, the fans in the crowd, you just put a little extra on that one, and Callaway wasn't able to run under it.
Wind in the face of Link as he sets and throws a ball to the sideline. It looked like a corner route there to Munoz.
And it's almost like Munoz stopped running a little bit, but even if he did, that ball still would have been overthrown.
Yeah, Link and Munoz not on the same page there, and Metro brings up a third down, and they're in danger of not picking up a first down yet in the second half. 8:09 left in the third quarter. Hard count from Link. He looks over to the sideline. He's only got 7 seconds to change the play. He sets now. Gets it just before the play clock. Sets, throws over the middle, complete. That time it's to Derek Sanderson. Sanderson moves the chains, and that's kind of the Metro Christian offense we thought we would see all day long.
Yeah, the nice slant route, easy pick up the first down. The safety there finds himself out of leverage coming downhill because, let's be honest, if I was playing back there and I was playing safety and the ball was thrown that high on a slant by the inside receiver, it would have been lights out.
Got to come up, maybe lulled to sleep a little bit there. Man in motion, Link looks deep. Good coverage that time by Broken Bow. It falls incomplete. Cameron Hopkins stayed with his man and really just forced him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good job by him. That's the thing that they teach wide receivers. You see where the line is, right? The numbers are. Inside of that at practice, they have a dotted line, and that's the line the wide receiver is supposed to hold. And it allows the quarterback to have room to throw the ball on his upfield shoulder and a nice place, a nice spot to give him a chance to make that a completion. Right there, the corner forces him out towards the sideline, and the quarterback has no room to throw that ball.
Second down and 10. Broken Bow with 10 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they bring them all as they get to Link. Gang tackled that time. We'll give it to Ryan Blanc, and also on the tackle was Clay Sanders. Sanders getting his name called a few more times in this second half.
Yeah, and they just came in a hurry. He had no time to look downfield and let the routes develop before count them, 1, 2, 3. Broken Bow Savages were in his face.
Luis Silva was also in the tackle there. Just under 7 minutes to go. 28-9 the score. Trips out to the right. Link rolls that way. Looking down the field all the way. It's a straight go route. Link now going to tuck it and run, and there's nothing doing. He gains maybe 3, but that'll bring up fourth down, and we'll say a long 11.
I think we found the spy. I think number 22 might be spying the quarterback in these passing situations.
And that was the adjustment you were talking about in the first half that Broken Bow needed to make. It looks like they went into the locker room and made it.
Yeah, and as you've seen, there hasn't been any chance for Link to tuck the ball and run on those passing situations.
So now you're Metro Christian. They have put a spy on you. What do you do to try and beat that Broken Bow spy?
Well, you got to attack where the spy is right behind him. Couple of dig routes underneath. Just attack the soft spot in that zone.
Metro Christian punting. This one goes high in the air, hits on the 40 and bounces the wrong way if you're Metro Christian. Be fielded at the 41 that time by Reed Roth. Good field position for Broken Bow, and if you can put together a drive here, you could see just a shift in confidence and momentum go towards the Savages.
Yeah, you definitely can, especially with the success that they're really not having here in the second half for Metro Christian. If they can put together a drive here and, get a couple of first downs, maybe get some points on the board, I could see this becoming a ball game.
So far, the halftime adjustments look like they have really panned out for Broken Bow as they go in the I formation, man in motion. They're stacking the box, give it to the fullback, sheds one tackler, falls forward. It's going to be plus yardage gained over 5 for the fullback, Jackson Rich.
And that's a good sight to see right there. What you saw was a number of guys for Broken Bow getting their hands on a Patriot defender and pushing them back, creating a new line of scrimmage.
So 2 things, Dion. 1, is it halftime adjustments, or 2, is it maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in for Metro?
I think it's halftime adjustments right now. I think you'll see fatigue set in.
As the ball's loose and kicked around, and it's going to be a host of Metro Christian defenders that fall on it. Price Allman recovers the fumble, and that's what you can't have. J.R. Crane running it out the middle and just gets punched out, and Metro recovers.
Yeah, take a look at this replay here, because I didn't really see how that ball came out. It seemed like what happened was there was a defender right in Crane's face as soon as he got the ball. So instead of focusing on completing the handoff, he was focused on stopping and making a move before he actually had the ball in his hand. You can see as he's trying to stop himself and he slips. Like you mentioned before the game, this is a new turf. It's brand new turf, so the footing not as great as a worn down used turf. So there was some slippage right there. Ball came out, and Metro football.
Yeah, it looked like Crane never even had it. Screen pass set up as Allman gets it right around the hash marks. A positive gain on first down as they'll give them 5 and brings up second down and very manageable. Price Allman recovered the fumble and then gets rewarded by getting the screen pass thrown to him.
I think that was number 4, Junior.
Oh, that's on me.
Yeah, Junior Simpson.
Junior Simpson. I saw the 4 and 14. I got him confused. Apologies to Simpson.
They should reward him with giving him the ball for picking up that fumble.
Designed run this time to Link over left tackle, and he's got room, first down and more, as he falls forward over his own man and gets to the 44-yard line. Only the second design run we've seen for Link today, but it gives Metro Christian a first down as they move into enemy territory.
Yeah, and that's a nice design run, picking up the first down and getting upfield, taking what you can get. Good blocking over there on that boundary side as well.
About 4 minutes left, third quarter. Only 10 seconds left on the play clock. Metro is going to have to hurry. We got a bunch set and a stack set. As they get it off just in time, the pass is wide. That looked like it may have been behind the receiver and could have been a backwards pass.
Yes, that's something that they're going to need to talk about.
We also got a flag on the play, so there's a lot to talk about for head referee Randy Jeffers.
Yeah, that's something they're going to want to talk to their team about on the sideline. As soon as you see that backwards pass, you have to make sure you hop on it just in case it is a fumble.
Link had a little too much mustard on that throw as it sailed right over the head of his intended target. We're going to get all of this sorted out as soon as possible. Looks like they're marking off a penalty against Metro. Moves it back 10 yards, so Metro will be behind the chains. Well, now they moved it forward. Offsetting penalties. Oh. Holding penalty is declined. So it was holding on Metro and they declined it? Broken Bow declined it.
So they just decided to take the down?
So they figured it was second down? I don't know.
Hold on, it looks like the coaching staff is trying to talk to the referees right now.
Yeah, I think they thought that was a backwards pass and that it would be second down and the ball would be spotted where the ball went out of bounds. So it's a backwards pass. that requires it means it's a fumble. So the ball would be spotted wherever it went out of bounds. So that's why they decided that they wanted to decline the penalty, I'm assuming. Only head coach Glynis Ring and that line official there know exactly what is going on.
They're having a nice little chuckle right there as the correction is being made.
Well, we're going to take this time to remind you that this game is brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Bravado Wireless is doing games of the week all over Oklahoma and eastern Oklahoma, so make sure that you tune in to the Bravado Wireless game of the week. If you want to make the change to faster internet, visit your hometown provider, bravadowireless.com. So they accepted the penalty, as it looks like. First down and 20. Slant route. Nice snag that time by the wide receiver, Derek Sanderson. And after all of that, they spot the ball, and we're back to playing football, Dion.
That was more than a nice snag. Man, that was an impressive diving catch, a quick slant. And he goes out there and puts those gloves to work.
Still second down and 13. As Metro's taking their time to get the sides from the sideline. They have plenty of time, 15 seconds left on the play clock. 28-9. Trips to the far side of the field. Link looks to the middle. He's got a man. First down and more. That time, Cade Gibson. And you've seen Metro go back-to-back, working that slant route right across the middle of the field.
Yeah, and back-to-back, I think they found a little soft spot inside the zone defense.
But that's exactly what you're talking about, where that soft spot would be if Broken Bow has that spy on Link.
Exactly, right behind, and so inside that kind of that hash marker spot. And it seems like Broken Bow's defenders are kind of giving up the back door. You see them playing man-to-man, but they're angled off, but it's 5 yards off. So it's a quick two-step, quick slant, and they're inside, and they're having to awkwardly turn their body. They need to get a little closer if they're going to play that hard of inside leverage. And I think it might have been roughing the passer towards the end of that. You saw that your man Link over there took a hard shot when he delivered that pass. So they attack on additional yardage to the play, and they're in the red zone.
Yeah, in the red zone, ball in the 15. Link's got 5 wide receivers, shakes one tackle and another. Why not one more? This time he's getting hemmed in by 2 or 3 Broken Bow defenders, but it's going to take a gang of savages to come around and actually bring Link to the ground.
Yeah, and that's a good job by him. He takes a possible negative yardage play and turns it into a positive, just picking up a couple yards and getting what he can get.
Second down and 6. 2:19 left in the third quarter. Inside the red zone. Metro Christian, earlier in the game when they were able to get it inside the red zone, inside the 5, they decided to go to the run. Link rolls out to his left, is looking, fires toward the sideline, incomplete. Intended target was Aiden Curavan. Ball high and wide that time to Curavan.
Yeah, and that one sailed over everybody's head.
But that's the opposite side of where Link's strong arm is. You know, most quarterbacks, if they're right-handed, they prefer rolling out to the right. I know the open side of the field was to the left there, but you got to believe that Link is just not as comfortable rolling out to his left.
And you saw that right there. It's kind of an awkward situation for a quarterback rolling out to his left. You have to it's an extra step when you're throwing the football because you have to turn your shoulders, rotate, and then pivot and throw. When you're rolling out to the right, those shoulders are already turned, and he can execute that pass. But an extra step may be awkward for Link, and he sails that ball.
5 wide receiver set. Link designed run. He's going off right tackle. He's got the first down and more. Dives in zone. Just short. They're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. Link wanted his 3rd of the game. But it will be a first down and brings up 1st and goal.
And that was excellent blocking over there on the edge there. I'm trying to figure out what number it was that really did a good job of sealing the edge. Looked like Caleb Connors, number 74.
Shout out to the Metro Christian offensive line that has done a great job of, on designed runs, being able to protect Link. Sometimes Broken Bow's been able to get in the end zone. Link this time will get a direct snap, and Broken Bow's all over him. That wasn't going to work from the start. If you're Metro, what you do is spread the field. They tried to pack everybody in, and the bigger Broken Bow Savages just overpowered them.
Yeah, there was no disguise of what play they were about to run there. It was clear as day that was about to be a quarterback sneak.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd down and 2. We're going to see same formation this time for Metro. Let's see what they do this time. Link keeps it again. This time he's into the end zone. 3 rushing touchdowns on the day for Asher Link. And he might be the link that ties this team together as Metro grows up 34-9 over Broken Bow.
Yeah, and right there, just the same play, gets the snap, comes back a little bit, views where he wants to go, and then he attacks and muscles his way forward.
Extra point pending to put the Patriots up 35-9. The kick is up, and the kick is good by Austin Rubio. And Metro Christian answers the first touchdown of the game by Broken Bow with one of their own.
Turnover still the story of this game, and it's if you can capitalize on it or not.
Just the shift in this third quarter, it went from turnovers on the side of Metro and Broken Bow able to get it inside the 10-yard line, punch it in, then hold Metro once again, force them to punt. And then one of the crucial plays that we'll look back on this game is the muffed exchange between quarterback and running back that had Crane fumble the ball and really kind of gave away Broken Bow's chances to bring this game within 2 scores.
Exactly. That was going to be a big move. I mean, after getting an easy one, you try and come over here and put together a drive when you have momentum, and they just could not figure it out.
Well, big news at Bravado Wireless. Bravado $69.99 unlimited internet is now available in every market. That means that our fans in Hugo, Idabel, Valiant, and Antlers can stream Bravado TV to their heart's desire. Interested in unleashing the power of unlimited internet? Call your local store or search Bravado online. Kickoff handled by Titan Hobson, but he's going to be brought down around the 24-yard line. Once again, Metro Christian hemming in the athletes from Broken Bow and not allowing them to get into space. Just about a minute away from the end of the third quarter, and what has been an entertaining third quarter, multiple turnovers, which brings the tally to 3 for both teams. And both teams taking advantage of turnovers and turning those into points in this third quarter. Garrett gets the keeper this time out around the left hash. He's still on his feet as he rumbles near the first down marker, and positive play for Broken Bow on first down.
Man, that's a good way to start the drive.
Let's say he's just short, so 2nd down in inches. Broken Bow has got trips out to the right. As Garrett calls the play, he's going to drop back now into shotgun. Everybody on the right side of the formation. The give is to Crane. Bounces off left tackle. And he'll pick up the first down, and Broken Bow does a good job of moving the chains.
Yeah, just enough for the first down.
Clock running. Under 10 seconds now, and Broken Bow doesn't have to run another play if they don't want to. Let's see what they decide to do. Looks like they're going to decide to not run a play. And we're going to head to the fourth quarter. Metro Christian on top of the Broken Bow Savages 35-9 here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we head to the fourth here on Bravado Wireless.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Start of the fourth quarter here in Tulsa, Oklahoma on the campus of Metro Christian. As Broken Bow is looking to get something going as Garrett keeps this one and is brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He had 3 Metro Christian defensive linemen coming at him from his right side, so he decided to keep it run left. Gets back. They'll say he gained 2 yards. Bring up second down in about 8. 35-9, game not quite out of reach yet. We've seen Wilder comebacks, but looks like Broken Bow really needs to take advantage of every single possession they get in this fourth quarter, Dion.
Yeah, truly do, because, I mean, you got 1 quarter to make up a pretty large deficit.
Garrett with the snap, looks wide, hits his receiver in the flat that time.
And a big hit over there by number 10, Cade Gibson.
Caden Hobson, the receiver, and on the receiving end of that massive hit.
Take a look at the replay over here. He does a good job of eluding the first tackler, and then Callaway gets him from below, and Cade hits him up high and brings him down to the turf hard.
Clock rolling, third down and about 7 for Broken Bow. Garrett has shown his prowess as a runner, but not necessarily through the air as he goes to the air this time. Screen pass intended for Hobson. He gets it, but brought down from behind. That time, once again, it's your man, Cade Gibson, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And the vision wasn't there. The vision wasn't there, Seth. All he had to do was come towards the outside, and I think he would have still been running. I think they missed a great opportunity right there.
He had a lane, but sometimes you choose to drive in the wrong one, Dion.
Went right into the traffic when the freeway to the outside was, all the glory was right there.
And you had I-40 wide open. You decided to go the wrong way. Different unit, and the punt unit brought out for Broken Bow. Looks like we got a timeout on the field. Clock winding down. Broken Bow calls the timeout. 9:40 left. I'm going to take this time to let you know that Bravado Wireless is your home source for all of your wireless needs. With unlimited talk, text, and data for as low as $40 a month for a limited qualifying offer, customers can receive a free Samsung S10e by making the switch to your hometown carrier. Restrictions do apply. See store for details. Dion, we've done 2 games now in week 0. What do you want to see teams improve on the most going into their second week?
First and foremost, what these kids are doing right now, hydrating. I mean, although we haven't seen too many cramps come into play here in this game. We saw a lot last night.
Right.
So hydrating is very important. I'm hopefully the coaches have been teaching them, but now the players know why. Okay, and then also ball security. Ball security has to be at a premium at practices. They got to be able to take care of the ball going through the rest of the season.
And the football has been flying around these past 2 days, more like a wet pig than an actual pig skin.
That's a good one.
That's the first compliment I've gotten from Dion this season. I'm going to write this one down in my diary. Punt trickles down to the 16-yard line. That's where Metro Christian will take over. 9:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. If you're Metro here, you've got a decent-sized lead. You've been able to run the ball well with your quarterback, but you really haven't seen the emergence of any running back that, you know, can take the place of your 2,000-yard rusher in Ryan Johnson.
No, you really haven't. I mean, and honestly, they haven't really tried or given anybody an opportunity to do so.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the way Metro Christian goes throughout the season, if they're going to figure out this running game or not, because, I mean, the quarterback scramble situation looks good, but people will start keying on it.
Speaking of running backs, we get a handoff this time, makes one man miss and trickles all the way down to the 25-yard line. Levi Courier on the carry, and hey, he looks explosive. Might want to get him the ball a few more times.
As soon as we say they haven't found the running game, they enter in a new running back into the contest, and he decides to make something happen with a big 8-yard gain.
Well, this would be the perfect time for Metro to do that. If they could establish the run, go on a nice long drive and milk the clock. As you see Courier bounce off of one tackler and make another man miss, he's shifty. 2nd down and 2.
And he also has cool cleats. I would like a close-up of those. Those look pretty spectacular.
That makes him faster, didn't you know?
Hey, that's what they say.
Yeah. It didn't ever help me much in my career. Courier gets it again. Tries to fall forward. It looks like it was Ryan Blanc on the tackle, had Courier by the shoestrings. It'll depend on the spot whether or not he picked up the first down.
What's those ice cream pops that the ice cream man comes down and he sings the songs, and the one with the red, white, and blues?
As we get a good look, American, I don't know, American Pops?
Is it American Pops? They're the red, white, and blue ones. I thought are they Bomb Pops?
Bomb Pops!
Are you sure they're Bomb Pops?
That sounds right.
Somebody do some Googling, because those clicks reminded me of them, but I need the exact name of the ice cream.
Hey, ice cream sounds good right now. Come week 10, ice cream probably won't sound so good. Link drops back. Flag is flying. He's going to decide to keep this one. Runs through one defender, and that's Blanc once again, who made the tackle last time. He went high, and Link made him pay.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of quarterbacks being able to put their shoulders down and run through an opponent like you just saw Link do.
Hey, Link's not afraid to lower the shoulder. I know that's got to cause head coach Jared McCoy some grief and maybe lose some sleep at night. I think that was called a holding.
Yeah, look at the replay right here as he finishes off this run. He just runs right through number 7 there.
Now, Blanc, it's never a good idea if you're a linebacker and you hit somebody and you go backwards.
Yeah, you stop your feet right there, and Link makes you pay. You got to finish off that tackle. Keep those feet moving. For all you youngins out there watching, you stop your feet, that might be what happens.
So it's 1st down after the holding call. Link looks, little 5-yard stop. That one is complete. Derek Sanderson on the catch. Brings up 2nd down at about 9, and that's about as good as a run play right there if you're Metro.
Yeah, exactly right. Quick little 5-yard hitch. Turns it into a nice chunk of yards, making it a somewhat of a manageable 2nd down.
Metro running the clock all the way down as it hits 7 minutes to go in this game. Play clock at 5. Metro looking once again. Another 5-yard stop. Link now eyes shifted from down the field to right in front of him as he gets pressured. He will pick up a few. But the young man there didn't really have a lot of opportunities because he's in the middle of the field, or in the middle of the line. But, you know, if he could have kept his eyes down the field, he did have his target last time, Sanderson, open on a 5-yard hitch.
Yeah, just not enough time in that pocket for him to sit back and throw comfortably. Tried to step up in there, but there was too much congestion in those parts as well.
We've seen a very good offense from Christian as this ball is out to Callaway. Makes one man miss. And Callaway was almost gone as he gets brought down by the safety right around the 50-yard line. And that moves the chains once again. Callaway was pushed out of bounds, so the clock will stop. But Metro putting together a nice drive.
Yeah, just a quick out route. Finds Callaway. Callaway doing a good job of making some guys miss and getting up the field.
Britton McKinney able to bring Callaway down. Link in the shotgun. Got a running back off to his right. Will get the call. One of the few runs we've seen today and takes advantage. That time it was Cade Gibson. Keeps his feet churning all the way down to the first down marker. He will pick up the first down. And, man, can't get better than that. Keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock running, and keep the chains moving.
And now what you're looking at is a little bit of a worn-down, broken bow defense. You're seeing the running up between the tackles starting to work a little bit there.
And you can tell that they're fatigued by one simple thing, Dion, that you're taught all the time to never do on defense, arm tackles.
Yeah, arm tackles is what they make you pay, especially if you're a step slower than you were in the first half.
Bryce Allman back in and running back now. Callaway caught the ball and decided to run away without it. Had it in his hands and looked upfield before he secured it, so that goes incomplete. He was open on a little crossing route, so he was headed towards the sideline. That does stop the clock, but with 5:11 left to go, this one is almost all but done.
Yeah, you gotta catch the ball before you can run with it. That incompletion stops the clock, something you don't want to do if you're the Metro Christian Patriots.
Bravado Wireless game of the week between Broken Bow and Metro has been a good one. Metro's shown out on offense. This time, a screen route. Levi Courier making himself useful not only in the backfield, but also as a wide receiver. He lowers the shoulder, picks up a few. He does bounce out of bounds, and once again stops the clock.
So are they bomb pops or dreamsicles?
Bomb pops are definitely red, white, and blue.
So are they? I think they're the bomb pops.
If you are wondering what we're talking about Levi Courier's shoes. They remind Dion of bomb pops. We got a stack formation at the top of the screen. It looked like the offensive line kind of forgot to block on that time. But it doesn't matter because Link's just going to scamper all the way down for a first down.
They're definitely bomb pops.
Dion doing some quick Googling, figured out that they are indeed bomb pops as they come into your screen right there in the middle. I can see it.
I'm more of a Nike guy myself, but I can appreciate the flair right there. You see the gloves matching the shoes. You like that?
Hey,
like
it's
that?
got even matches really with his uniform.
Hey, swag over everything.
Oh, yeah.
Swag over everything.
I don't know if his coach would necessarily agree, but he's got the band going on, or pardon me, got the sleeve going on, the nice gloves.
As long as you play well, your coach will agree, okay?
Trips to the near side. The give is to Allman. You can't ask for anything better than that. Gain of 4, right up the middle for Allman. Clock winding now, about 3:50 left to go. And really the Metro's shown a really complete game. Defense, offense. Question mark really for them would be is can they protect their quarterback with their offensive line?
Yeah, and also can you find a running game? I mean, there was some there's moments where they had big chunks of yards gained, but other than that, they didn't really string together any drives with excellent execution as far as running the football.
Trips once again to the near side of the field. Give is to Allman. He bounces out around the hash, and he's into open space. One man to beat, and the ball's loose. Ball security again, Dion. That's turnover numero 4.
And it was just a situation where he was in the air and somebody put their helmet on the football and it popped out. I mean, look at it. Take a look at this replay. He's going to be in the air. Somebody takes out his legs, and then you see him, number 7, puts his helmet on the football, and it comes out.
Ryan Blanc forces the turnover. Broken Bow will take over just over 3 minutes to go in the game. That turnover may not cost Metro this game, but you'd like to see them be able to take care of the ball as Garrett keeps it himself.
Yeah, because later on in the season, that's not going to be the case. You've turned the ball over three or four times. That's a loss every time.
I think we saw in college football, Hawaii was able to get away with it during the week 0 action. They had at least 4 turnovers in their game against Arizona. But not often. It's not a recipe for success. The give is to Crane. He's hit hard that time. See if we can see who was flying in. That looks to be Cade Gibson laying the lumber.
Finishing the game with an exclamation point he is. Look at him. The pursuit angle. Nice pursuit, and finishes off that hit strong.
Clock drops below 2 minutes now. Broken Bow in not any hurry, so we can almost assume that this one is almost all but over. We're just lacking the final bell. Give to Crane up the middle, and he spun, but he spun right into the defensive end for Metro Christian.
There was nowhere for him to run.
Andrew Maroke
gets
his name called for the first time.
Looking at 4th down here.
Hey, why not? Keep it. I'm not going to punt it now. There's almost less than a minute. Oh, and now they are going to punt it. That's why I'm up here, Dion.
You might as well punt that thing away. I mean,
what's it matter? They're just going to kneel it out anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't know. If you're over there on the 15-yard line, I'm not saying high schoolers or
we've got a streak on the line. If you didn't know, that is in fear of being broken as Callaway calls for a fair catch and makes it at 48. Asher Link has gone 6 consecutive games throwing a touchdown and complete. No, he did throw a touchdown. He threw a screenplay. That counts.
Yeah, it does.
So he moves to 7 consecutive games. A lapse of memory there for Seth. I had to go back and look at the notes. Probably should have done that before I started speaking. 42 seconds left. For this one is all but done. And Bravado Wireless's game of the week will move out of Tulsa. Asher Link gets the snap, takes the knee, and pending a timeout by Broken Bow, this one's over. Clock's still running. Nobody's running off the field, but the play clock is definitely larger than the game clock.
Yeah, that one's well underneath, so I think we got a ball game here.
It's all but official. We'll wait as the waning seconds of this one die down. Metro Christian will defeat the Broken Bow Savages. The team from 2A in Tulsa shows some heart and some grit as they put 35 points on the board against the defense that was averaging last year, giving up 8, and returned 8 starters from last year's season. For Metro Christian, what did you see that can translate for their game on down the field, or on down the year, Dion?
I mean, you saw the Metro Christian had a ton of athletes out there. I mean, defensively, they were flying around the field. They were making hits, making tackles. It was impressive to see. And then offensively, you know, the guy who stood out was Link and Callaway, but they still had a number of guys that has yet to reach their ceiling for this season. And there's things that coaching staff needs to do as far as watching the game field and seeing what they can find ways to get some of these athletes into the game more and finding ways to get them the ball.
All right, you've seen Asher Link in person now, Dion. What are your takeaways?
I mean, I was truly surprised about the speed and the kind of athlete that he was. I mean, I'm telling you, you saw my face when he just ran for that first touchdown. I was truly shocked. All the talk beforehand was the state 11-man football passing leader was going to be on this field, but I saw somebody who had the athletic ability to run away with this game, literally. And, you know, there's room for improvement, certainly, especially in the passing game and with little things here and there as far as decision-making and getting some more accurate passes. But it was impressive nonetheless.
As you take a look now at the post-game highlights, brought to you by Bravado Wireless. What stood out, too, is really Metro was able to negate any, you know, experience or depth that Broken Bow had by just spreading them out.
Yeah, truly. I mean, you can tell during the offensive possessions for Metro Christian, you could see that this team was a little out of its sorts, especially when they went into empty sets and then spreading them wide, putting them into situations where they had to play man-to-man defense. They took advantage of that. I mean, it was impressive offensively of what Metro Christian did and dialed up in how they attacked them as far as making adjustments.
And C.J. Whitfield, as you can see on your screen right now, he just didn't have any running lanes all game long. Whitfield out again in the open field, and Callaway, that's one of the turning points of the game. Callaway able to get a helmet on the ball, pops it loose. Metro takes advantage. Welcome up to the booth, Seth Campbell alongside Dion Amade. And Dion, let's flip it over. We talked about Metro. Let's talk about Broken Bow. What do you see from them that they need to work on moving forward?
I mean, first of all, they have to change their mindset offensively. I know this is a team that wants to run the football, but on nights that you're not finding the running lanes and people are loading the box on you, you're going to have to make adjustments and try new formations. They tried that 3-by-1, but Metro Christian adjusted to it well. I mean, you think about it, it was a 4-2-5 defense. They had the secondary to come out and run with that and still make those tackles, but they got to figure out a way to loosen up the box if they're going to continue to run the football. Or they got to figure out a way to get that passing game going so people don't load the box on them. And essentially, it's ways to open up the running lanes for you is going to be the key to success throughout the season.
And then on the other side of the ball, the Broken Bow offense was, well, just didn't have anything going for them, or pardon me, the Broken Bow defense just wasn't able to stop the spread attack of Metro. Is that a way that maybe teams in the future could attack them?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, if you want to run against this team, it's going to be hard. They do a good job of pinning their ears back and coming straight for you. But if you spread them out, you know, loosen up the running lanes and put their linebackers in islands, you could have some success. They're going to have to find a way to fix those issues and kind of capitalize on what they can do defensively going in the future.
Well, head coach Glennis Ring of the Broken Bow Savages, before the game when we were talking to him, said, hey, this is basically just a glorified scrimmage. You get to go out and hit somebody else, but all in all, you're not in district, and so it doesn't necessarily count for anything as far as your hopes of winning your district and on down the road for winning state, because this is an out of even not just conference but classification. So a lot of things to learn from for both sides and a lot of things to get better at, but hey, it's great the football's back.
It really is. 0 week is officially in the books now that it's Friday, so there's a lot of things to learn from and a lot of things to grow from, but week 1 is coming soon, so learn fast.
Well, that's your final from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're on the campus of Metro Christian, and Metro Christian runs away with this one, 35-9 over the Broken Bow Savages. For Dion Amade and everyone on our Bravado Wireless crew, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here next Friday.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.